Today is the 17th of June, 2017. I'm Keith Warr, and welcome to another episode of Homeless in Titusville. And today I'm being joined by, what is your name, sir?
Mark.
Mark what?
Mastriani.
Mark Mastriani. And where are you from, Mark? Originally?
Originally from Woburn, Massachusetts.
So don't they spell Mark a little bit different up there?
Yeah, M-A-H-K.
Mark.
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 I'm Mark.
Did you ever mow the yard when you were a kid?
Of
Y-O-D?
course. And I drove a car,
The
but
car.
I didn't do it in Mass. If I drove a car in Mass, I'd be a masshole.
Oh, okay.
But I moved to Salem, New Hampshire with my parents, and I never got to high school in Woburn,
Yeah.
and I wanted to, bad.
So what was your childhood like? Like, you know, were your parents married? Were they divorced?
No, they were married, and I love my mom. I love my dad. I still talk to them as much as I can without a phone. It ain't happened. But they're still both alive. I love them. My dad's real philosophical, but he was a worker. You know, my mom was a single mom, raising 4 kids, and it was tough. But my brother, he was a jerk. He had this problem, like, I was supposed to be an abortion. That was his whole deal. So
Was he the oldest, or?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
the second, and then I got another younger brother and a younger sister.
So did your mom and dad kind of get married because it was, quote, the right thing to do? Was that the story?
No, I think they got married because they were in love.
Okay.
But he was an Army guy, so we moved all over the place, from, Woburn, Mass to Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, all in like 6 months apart, you know what I mean? So I skipped a lot of school.
What was that like, making friends and just having a normal existence?
I never had any friends. It was me and my asshole brother. And he would do stupid shit to me all the time because he had a frickin', what do you call that? He had like a, what do you say that about something on your shoulder?
Yeah, chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, chip on his shoulder. So I was the victim of all the shit, and then I would get caught by, association, because he would steal. Man, I can't believe it.
How many years were there between the two of you? Like, were you guys real close?
1 year, 7 days, and like 2 months.
So you were Irish twins. You ever heard of
kinda
Irish,
like that.
Irish
Everybody
twins?
told me we were twins.
Right, Irish twins. That's when you have 2 kids in the span of a year.
Yeah.
Basically, they just went over a week over that.
Yeah, he was April 7th, 1960. I was May 9th, 1961. So we're very close. And people always thought we were twins. I didn't see the fucking...
So was your dad Italian and your mom?
Yeah,
was
my
she
dad
Irish
was
Catholic?
full Italian, from up north Italian. But my mom was like Spanish, Irish, So I love them both, you know what I mean? But
What kind of influence did you have? Was it your father's family's influence? Were you raised Catholic?
no, I was raised Baptist by my mom. And First Baptist Church in Woburn was where I first went. But then we started getting in trouble, in our teens, and my dad was Catholic. My father's side of the family, they were all big, huge, fat people because they ate. Every time we went over to my nana's, she'd cook up like a 7-course meal for everybody, you know what I mean? It's like food is coming like crazy. And I'm just like, nah, I can't eat this much food. My cousin Joey, he was like an awesome football player. He had a full beard in like 6th grade or something. It was like, what? I'm telling you, but I had a kind of a rough childhood, but I always tried to keep everybody laughing. That was my role. My role was the person that made people laugh.
So is that kind of why you weren't able to finish high school, is because you kind of never had a grip on what was going on in school to be able to
No,
to
it just it was
follow along, or-
boring.
It was boring.
It was boring.
What's the last grade you completed?
All the way senior high, but I lost it by a quarter credit because I skipped my last class. It was metal shop.
So you did go to 12th grade?
Yes.
So that's how close you were to graduating?
Yes. And I even went back to try to get a GED, and they're saying, well, you got to take English or math. I'm like, I already passed 3 Englishes. 7th, 8th, and 9th, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Whatever. But I passed all those, and I'm not going to go do that again for a metal shop class. Let me take metal shop with a different teacher and get my GED. It didn't work. So I don't care. I've never needed my high school diploma for nothing.
Have you gone to trade schools or
Yes.
So what kind of work have you done?
Pet shops for most of the time. And then screen printing, t-shirt printing. That's 2 of the majorities that I did.
And where did you work those jobs? Did you work them up north? Did you work them here
up
in
north
Florida?
and down here.
Okay.
Yeah, when I got a job at the marathon up there in Titusville. I don't know what it was back then, but it was a booth. It wasn't even a store, and I worked there. I lived at Sunrise Apartments over there, and then I worked in Cocoa Village. There was a place called Sunray Teas that I worked at, and they did a lot of space stuff over there. So I would take shirts from them and go up to the River Deck Lounge that used to be up there.
Right, yeah, right.
And that's where they'd drop off a bunch of people from Orlando and come to watch the launch. And so I would just sit there, and once the launch went, boom, starts. I sold like 3 or 4 boxes of shirts.
So how old are you? Not to cut you off, but how old are you?
56.
56. And when's the last time you worked one of these jobs? Like, when's the last time you had a full-time job?
Right there, SPCA. That was like not even a year ago.
A year ago. And what kind of work did you do over there?
Well, most people that do the donations, they come in the back driveway, and then I'd have to bring them in and sort them to all the different departments.
And how come you're not working over there now? Like, what happened to that job?
I had some weed. Okay, it's drug-free policy. Okay, and I had a little weed. And there's one of these guys that was doing community service, and I broke it up in the bathroom. This stuff was stinky. Okay, I broke it up to give him a piece, and then one of the girls there decided to tell everybody that I smoked it in there. I'm not that stupid, you know what I mean? It's like, if I wanted to smoke, I'd just go out to the side of the building and smoke.
Yeah, right.
So I got accused of smoking in the bathroom, and that's a 0 tolerance thing.
But in all fairness, you did have it on the property.
Yes.
That's
my bad.
it's on you.
That's on me. Are you kidding me?
So were you able to afford renting an apartment? Like, what was your life like when you were working there?
When I was working, I was renting my buddy's house. I used to be in a band with them, like 1987. They just put out a CD with me on it, and it's a pretty big deal.
What's the name of the band?
Malaya Rage.
Malaya Rage, and how do you spell that?
MELIAHRAGE.
Okay.
But I used to be in a band called Malaya Craze, and if you see the CD, you'll see me wearing a shirt this color, and it has the original Malaya Craze logo on it. So they used my images. I wrote songs.
You look like a rocker. You got the hair. You got the hair for it.
Well,
So what did you do in the band? Did you sing? Did you play the drum?
No,
really?
I was a singer, yeah.
You were the singer.
Yes.
So can you give us a sample? Give us a couple bars, man.
What do you want to hear?
You pick.
The one that I sing all the time. Wow. Let me get this. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come?
Okay, all right.
That's
cool.
Chris Cornell. He just died.
Yeah, he did.
I love that dude.
Yeah.
The last band I was in was Crushed Tomatoes, and we launched a rock star.
Was that here in Florida?
No, that was up north.
All this was up north.
Salem, New Hampshire, but the guitar player, Tony Rambola, is in Godsmack. And I think everybody knows who Godsmack is.
Yeah.
But I knew that dude since he was like in junior high school.
So
Great guitar player.
Is that kind of your first love, is music?
Oh yeah. I was supposed to be a rock star, but guess what?
So the drinking and the drugging.
Oh yeah, I was scared. I wasn't gonna make it to 40. I'm like, if we ever go on tour, I'm gonna be dead. That's what I thought. That's how I thought. So I decided to come down here to Titusville because I love the space program. So that's my real first love. I grew up on Apollo, you know, when we landed on the moon. So the music, I gave it up, and reluctantly. But then when I was down here with my wife and her kid, her father got in an accident, and she said, I'm going. She just took off. Her mother came down, picked her and her son up, went back to New Hampshire so she could take care of him. And I'm just like, that's cool, you know what I mean? But time's going by here. I got us a 2-bedroom apartment, working 2 jobs, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what's going on? I can't talk about it right now. Well, I'm like, well, are you going to come back? Please? Tell me. Because I got to pay the rent, and I can't pay it alone.
Right.
So finally it got to the point, it was after about a month, and I said, you need to get your ass down here, or I'm just taking my stuff, putting it in my car, and leaving. Her car was still down, and you got to deal with the problem.
And how many years were you married?
3.
3 years.
Yeah.
And do you have any children of your own?
I do now, but
So
I've had 3 marriages.
You have had 3 marriages?
Yeah, this was my second ex.
And how many children do you have? How many biological?
One.
You have one biological child?
One biological child that's autistic.
And how old is that child? Is it a boy
13
or a girl?
right now, my son Corbin. And he's awesome.
And where does he live? Does he live here in Titusville?
No, he lives up in Naples, Maine.
And was the last time you've talked to him or you've seen him?
3 years.
3 years the last time you've talked to him?
It's hard to talk to him because he's like nonverbal, really. He can talk.
Oh, okay.
But I can't ask him, hey, how you doing today? He'll go, today. You know what I mean? But we could sing together because I know he liked country music, so we always had the country music thing. We could sing songs over the phone, and that was great. But then the mom, she says, every time you call, I have to deal with the repercussions. It's hard to explain to an autistic child why we're not together anymore. Why am I not in the picture? It's rough, man. This is what's been plaguing me, really.
So what about financially supporting him? What about child support? Like do you have to pay child support, or have you paid it?
I paid whatever I could pay, and I was doing day labor, and I was saving up the money to move here. So I would send her like $25 or whatever I could do. I was only making like $60 a day. But she's never come after me for it, which I commend her for. But when I was working...
But don't you kind of still personally feel that obligation, to make his life a little easier, a little better,
Absolutely,
provide,
but you know what? She didn't want clothes, toys, this, that. She wanted money, money, money. And I'm just like, I was working at the thrift store.
Yeah.
I had beautiful clothes for him. Nope, don't bother.
Yeah, but at the same time, he does use some of the water and some of the electricity, and he does need,
But he also creates an income because of his condition. He makes like 500 something bucks a month.
So he's on like Social Security disability
Yes,
or something?
he is.
Okay.
Because he was diagnosed full-blown autistic. So if you do everything you can with him, her mortgage would be paid, all this, that, and the other thing. But she wants to work, and every time she works, it goes down.
And what's your relationship like with her? Is she nice to you? Do you guys bicker when you talk about him?
Well, when we were married, she was nice to me, but she also was like very controlling. We had like Vonage on the computer, and so that was our phone. I actually finally had to call my dad and say, Dad, send me a phone so she can't trace what I'm doing. Just even calling my sister, she'd be like, well, are you talking about us? No. I'm just trying to talk to my family. Yeah, sure.
Do you think your son knows and do your parents know that you're homeless?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
No, I don't think my son gets it, but
No.
yeah, my parents do. My mom's,
And what do they say about it?
they don't care. My mom's happy. She's like, you're down where you need to be. You seem really happy. That's all I give a shit.
Are you happy being homeless?
I don't want to be homeless, but I'm living in a beautiful place. Doesn't matter. I wake up, I see a beautiful sunrise. You know, past couple of weeks has been
Right, yeah,
rain,
it's
you
rained
know, it's
every
been-
day. How do you
Yeah,
stay dry? How do you keep clean? How do you make it when it's raining all day? You know?
I just have to sit under an awning and say, well, I hope it stops pretty soon so I can ride around town and, you know, see my buds and whatever I gotta do.
But like, I would imagine you have extra changes of clothes, let's say in a bag somewhere. How do you
Yep.
keep them dry?
I gotta wrap them in bags. My computer, I had a nice laptop. That thing got fried from being in the rain. It was in a case, but it still got rained on. And so that's at my buddy's house. You have to try to fix it somehow, or get all the stuff off of the hard drive because I have 1,000 million pictures that are awesome, and I think I can make some money off of those.
So let me ask you some other things here. How do you feed yourself? Do you get food stamps?
I got food stamps.
You do, and how much in food stamps do you get a month?
I think they gave me 192 last time. But, you know, I end up selling them. I have to sell some because they need cigarettes or, you know, a couple beers or whatever. Help my friends out, too.
And how about healthcare? Like, what do you do if you get sick? Do you have this Obamacare, as it's known?
No.
Like, what would you do if you got hurt? Just go to the emergency room and...
I've been lucky enough that I don't have to worry about it. And I pray to God every day that I don't get hurt and I have good health.
So your health is good. You don't take any medications on a daily basis. You don't need anything like blood pressure. Or, you're not a diabetic or
Nope.
anything like that.
I can go to whatever it is, Walgreens there, and check my blood pressure if I need to. But I ride my bike all over this town. Everybody knows who I am.
Yes.
They do. I get beeps everywhere I go. It's
Yeah,
like,
you had that bike and you had that little space shuttle on it.
Yeah.
That little toy shuttle. So what happened to the bike?
I had to tear it apart. It got broken. Some dude, I think it was Mitch. He threw me down on the thing and he was mad. Bent the frickin' rear wheel. So,
Is that a common occurrence that other homeless people will attack you and fight?
yeah. That's
So,
common
and-
all the time. That's why I fly by my own. Because once you get a group of people together and everybody's starting drinking like crazy, there's where the person.
So when everybody's sober, everything's cool. But the
Right.
minute you add a little alcohol,
Yeah.
it's like throwing a little
Turns it-
gasoline on that fire.
turns into a nightmare. So I'm
People's personalities flare up, and
Yeah.
who's jealous of who.
yeah, exactly. That's what it is. So I just say, I'm flying on my own, man. But then they come back and, come on back to camp. Come on back to camp. I'm not gonna do it.
So they abuse you, and then they miss you, and then they abuse
Right.
you, and then they miss you because you leave.
It's terrible.
Right.
But, you know, I like them too when they're not being assholes. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Hey,
You know what I mean?
you gotta speak your mind, man.
Like-
You gotta speak your truth.
Right.
Whatever your truth,
My truth is that I would love to see us all band together and take care of each other. But when it turns into shouting matches and people threatening to, like, pound you down or whatever, I don't know. I don't want nothing to do with that.
Do you have an ID? That's another thing that I hear is really tough to keep. Is an ID like a driver's license or some kind of state ID?
I
You
don't
do
have a
one?
driver's license, but I keep everything in a plastic bag.
Right, and you got to keep it on you because if you
Right.
set it down, somebody will swipe it in a second.
Just like they swiped my bike yesterday, last night.
So your bike was stolen last night.
Yes, with all my spare clothes, and I got one sneaker over there. I don't know where the frick the other one.
So that's all you have to your name right now?
Yes.
Is the clothes that are on your body and one sneaker?
Yep.
So you're barefoot right
I
now.
do have
so-
another bicycle that I got to fix up, and I'm gonna try to go down.
Wow.
And I got to try to get like him to donate me a couple tires, because that's all the bike needs other than cleaning.
Right, right. So
Now I'll have a ride. You know what I mean? But I need my bicycle. I can't be walking around this town. It's too big.
so what size shirt do you wear?
Large.
And how about pants? What size pants do you wear?
30.
30-inch waist, and what's the length?
I don't even wear pants.
Oh, so you wear shorts?
Yeah, I love shorts because
Right, because
really,
we're here in
even during
Florida,
the,
and it's 95 degrees.
and during the winter, it doesn't even get that cold. As long as my upper body's okay, yeah, I got a hoodie or something. It's perfect.
So that truck you saw in the background, that was another guy that's out here homeless.
Two guys.
Two guys kind of hanging out here. So tell me, what's the plan? Like, how long do you think you can exist like this out on the street? And you know, if it isn't too much longer, like, how do you think you're going to eventually get off the street?
Well, I've been kind of doing a little floating around, you know what I mean? And this is why I have to ride, because I got a girl over at Mobile. She's really cool. And I'll empty the barrels, and she'll get me like a pack of butts or a couple beers, you know. And then I could go to Walmart. I got a haircut from that one chick up there, and I want to ask her out, but what do I have to offer? You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
You know, what do I have to
seriously,
offer?
yeah, what would you have to
But what
offer?
I'm thinking, I'm hoping.
Because it's got to be lonely, right? I would imagine not, you know, you'd want a girlfriend or
Oh,
something.
yeah, but I always thought, no, I can do it on my own, but a lot of things in life you can't do on your own. If I can find a nice woman and we can help each other out, perfect. So
you want to get back to what everyone considers a normal life.
I want to get back to normal. I mean, I do enjoy what I do, and I feel like I'm tethered to this river right here. So I want to be between the river and the train tracks, wherever that may be.
So you want to live here in Titusville, and
Yes.
you do want to kind of have a normal life. So the other thing you were saying, besides singing, you had another passion for was photography. Mm-hmm. Are you published? Do you have anything that's published anywhere? Have you ever sold any work?
I'm on Cloud9 is one of the sites on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Cloud9. Yeah, it's all kinds of pictures of clouds, launches, different things that I've taken.
And what name are you under on there? Like, how could we find some of your stuff?
I'm Mark Mastriani on Facebook.
Mark
Yeah,
Mastriani
and it'll
on
connect you
Facebook.
to all my pages. I'm New Like Bikes, too, because I do bicycles.
Cool. So, look, before we go, is there anything that you would like to say, or is there any family or friend or anybody out there who you haven't seen that you would like them to know something?
Yes,
You have
I'd
any
like
messages?
to say, if my mom sees this, Mom, I'm sorry that I'm this way, but I love you and I miss you, and I'm going to try to get a phone so we can talk soon. And that's it. And I love you, Dad, too.
Good stuff, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking a minute and letting us get to know who you are.
No problem.
Thanks, man.
No, if it helps, that's the whole purpose.
Right, you're a human being just like anybody else, and
And I try to keep up
Yeah.
a nice persona and a positive attitude. It's really hard to do sometimes. You know.
all right, man. Well, thanks for watching.